I look over and it's up in the air and I just see her butt. And I'm like, okay, and I turn around, you're like, okay, whatever. We get in the car and I point this out to Jen, and so we're like looking in the rearview mirror and her skirts are like, and she doesn't care. She's walking around the road, just like whatever. And we saw her up here at the overlook.
And she didn't care up there either.
Yeah, same thing. Same thing. She was up there and she's like one hand on her skirt and the rest of it's like,
yeah. Apparently she doesn't have any
she just don't care.
Showing people.
She don't care. We're at something called Split Rock. Mainly because that rock in the background is split. See what they did there? Anyway, we're taking a little hike back to these rocks back here. Seeing if we can get up on top of them. They're it's a big flat kind of, I don't know what you call that. Kind of a big flat rock. That's what I call it. But looks like once you get up there, it's pretty easy going. You get way up on top. There goes Jen. She's on a mission. Yeah, and lots more of those purple ones. These other brighter purple ones look like lupins or something. Little yellow ones. Little white puffy ones. Woo. Sexy. Yeah. I haven't seen one of these yet. Juniper tree. You can tell because it's got juniper berries on it. These are huge. Like blueberries. Make some gin. I don't like gin, but we can make it. There's a lot of really weird rock formations. There's that one. There's that little mushroom rock. Huh. We're gonna go up there, way up to the top. Yeah, this rock, from the road it looks like it's totally smooth, but when you get up close, it is not. It is anything but smooth. You would not want to fall on this rock. This crack. I wonder how far down it went. Probably about 6 feet deep. But there's junipers growing under back there. So I'm gonna head over here. See, Jen made it up there. I'm gonna go follow her. There, I'm not quite at the top, but there's a little fissure goes down there, and then Jen's up top there. So, I'm having a hard time climbing with the camera. I only put one arm down. I don't want to trip and put the lens in the rocks.
You don't
So.
want to come up here anyway.
Why?
It's just really super steep right here.
Oh, yeah, it is really steep right there. Yeah, she's gotta go down.
Can you take that?
Yep.
Don't look.
Well, it's super windy, first of all. So, I don't know if you can even hear this very well, but it's also really steep and it's super hard climbing with cameras. That's what we're finding. I guess that's, if we ever climb, we'll take the GoPro.
Yeah.
And I'll just attach it to myself. All right, I'm gonna put the camera away because this rock's really uneven. I'm gonna die. Let me tell you, going up's hard. I mean, that's steeper than it looks, but going down is really rough on your toes. Another reason to wear hiking boots when you're hiking. It's not just a name. Ow. There, look. Look at this rock. You can see kind of where the sun's hitting it, how rough that is. I mean, I just put my hand on it, it's like, ow. You can see the indentations in it. Ah, good times.
Here's the mushroom rock.
Here's the mushroom rock. You can see it's all eroded away from underneath, and they left that. Up there's some just big boulders like that size just sitting around in a row, and you can tell at one point.
That's a good way to go.
You can tell at one point the rocks sitting up there, you know, were probably like those up behind me. You know, they were just there and they had cracks in them, and those just eroded away, and pretty soon they became their own rock, and now they're just sitting there. It look like boulders were left up there by, you know, some giant or something.
Okay. This way.
Sure it is. Okay. All right. Hey, I didn't die. That's a plus. Yeah. Yeah, this is not a good idea. This hiking with the camera is not a good idea. We were just walking by and we found this hole. Just hole in this rock. You can see the different kind of rock underneath it. And then this granite up top, and then there's a hole in it. It's weird. Very, very strange.
Look at that.
We're attempting to discover, found a rock with a big hole in it. And look at that, it's about to shear off.
Oh, we found it.
That's crazy. And up ahead's a rock with the hole in it. A big hole.
Oh my gosh. You can see all the different sedimentary layers in there.
Yeah, you can see all the different layers in that rock there, in the holes, in the softer granite. Neat. Yeah. There you go. Oh.
We did it! Woo! This is actually really cool.
Boy. Yeah.
Getting down's not going to be very much fun though.
No, getting down's probably easy. You just gotta slide down there. Boop. Just don't. Look at the flowers over there.
Wow. Okay, we gotta go back that way.
Okay. Ready?
I gotta go take a picture of that rock and see if I can.
See? Look what we do for you people. Yeah, you can see the marks on my hands from those rocks. They're brutal. That's the hardest part. You can't, when you get up there, you can't climb. You can't like put your knees up there and climb up. It's not fun. So we saw a really bright flower. Jen's gonna take a picture. I think we're gonna head back to the car and go find somewhere else. We've run into a more popular part of the park, Skull Rock. It's a rock that looks like a skull, as you might be guessing. But there's a ton of people here, so let's see what's going on up here. So we're following this trail. We think we're headed to Skull Rock, but we don't know. So if you find our bodies and this camera, this is what has become of us. No, seriously, I don't know. There was no signs. It just said Skull Rock, and we started following this trail. And there's been no signs telling us where we're doing. I think we're on some nature hike. I think Skull Rock's back there. I could be wrong. It's a good workout. It appears we were suckered into following this trail. We ran into the campground. So this might be a trail from the campground to Skull Rock. I don't know. I'd like to say that maybe they could have signed it a little better, but there's big signs over there pointing Skull Rock. So I think maybe we just assumed it was along a trail. We're idiots. So we're headed back. Some of our fellow hikers who are actually on this trail because they want to be are confirmed. Skull Rock is like right back where we parked. So we just walked like half a mile for no good reason. So we're headed back there now. I saw people turning around. I thought they were just being wimpy. No, I guess they're being smart and we were being stupid. So, next up, Skull Rock. That we believe is Skull Rock. And it's like, hey, that rock sort of looks like a skull from a certain angle. And it's right next to the road. Okay. We're gonna head back to the car now. And
Drink some water.
Drink some water. And head on down the road.
Maybe have a little snack too.
That was an adventure. That's one word for it. Okay. Now we're on the road, putting the camera away so I don't get run over. So we found this absolutely giant Joshua tree right next to the road. Look how big that is. That is huge. That thing's got to be 40 feet tall, 50 feet maybe. Joshua trees everywhere. They're not as many as Area 51, but they're definitely bigger, like that one. That one is huge. That's like a real tree. And a lot of them do look like real trees. They're not the skinny ones. They have lots of branches and stuff. Really cool. Alright, so here's the what's the name of it? Oh, Key's Overlook. And down below us is Palm Springs, and right here is the San Andreas Fault. It's not as dramatic as you would think, but that's it. You see how high we are. And over there, big bare area with snow on it. I presume snow up there on San Jacinto something. So behind me there is Palm Springs. We are at 4,300 feet. I'm not sure the elevation down there, but it's probably around 2,000 feet. So we're a couple thousand feet up. And then right there, right there above the hills is the Salton Sea. Some of the edge here, the little road drops off. Jen won't come down here. She's afraid of heights.
No, I'm afraid of falling.
In other words, afraid of heights. Alright, you can see right there, it just drops off down into those canyons. It is like the edge of the world. By the way, we lied about the Joshua Tree Forest not being as thick as down in Area 51. We ran through a spot. We'll stop on the way back, but we ran through a spot that they were huge, 20, 30, 40 foot tall Joshua trees, and they were everywhere. It was amazing. So we were there was somebody in one of the parking spots right where we wanted to go. So on the way back, we're definitely going to stop and check it out. We just got word, and we can say this because you won't see this until way after the fact. It's about, what, 1 o'clock?
Yeah, 1:15.
It's 1:15. We just got word that Henry is in Alaska, so he's back on U.S. soil. Woo-hoo! And he is, they're calling to board his plane right now. So, so he's on time, and we should be able to see him tonight.
Yay!
As I said, we kind of lied about the how thick these Joshua Tree forests are. There's a lot more of them than at Area 51 in this area anyway, and a lot taller. The ones at Area 51 were probably no higher than like maybe 12 feet tops. And these are routinely 15, 20, 25 feet. So here, I'll let you see them. So you can see how thick the forest is through here. And you know, you probably can't tell how big they are until I get over here and you see Jen. Now you can see how big they are. They're huge. And the amazing thing about this area is it's carpeted with those little yellow flowers. And this forest is different than what we were down in before earlier. Not so much here, but up the road a little ways, there's a lot of look like pinyon type pines and this brush and a few other different kinds of trees and brush. So a little more diversity than they had, or they have here, and especially down below where we stopped earlier. But yeah, look how big those trees are. Giant. So here's a good shot of the forest across the road. Again, you know, those are all 15, 20 feet tall. You know, very thick. At some places you can't see through them. So, like if I zoom in over here, I mean, just kind of block everything. Whoop. We're getting towards the Joshua Tree entrance, exit in our case, which is almost the end of the park. This is like the last major thing, and it is super crowded. Yeah. There's hardly any parking spaces, and it is a madhouse down there.
It's called Hidden Valley, and oh my gosh.
It's not hidden.
It's not hidden.
No, there's tons of people down there, and honestly, we're out of water.
Yeah.
We brought 2 quarts of water, one for each of us, in those, we have those big quart insulated stainless steel bottles, and we both have about half of that of ice left, but no liquid water. And because they're so well insulating, we can't turn the ice into water. So we're both thirsty because we're up here and the wind's blowing, and you know, it's only about 75 degrees, but still, you know, we've been hiking around and stuff. We're getting thirsty, so we're gonna head out. So anyway, we just want to say goodbye and thank everyone for watching.
Yes, thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed Joshua Tree as much as we did.
Yep, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.